Ever imagined a world without political parties? How would decisions get made? Who would represent your interests? Political parties play a pivotal role in our society. They are the megaphones for diverse voices and interests, fostering active political participation. They help in shaping public policy based on their ideological leanings. In simple terms, a political party is a group of people who share similar views about how a country should be governed. Political parties, in essence, are the backbone of modern democratic systems. The concept of political parties did not emerge overnight. It's been a long, fascinating journey. To understand their origin, we need to venture back to ancient times. The seeds of political parties were sown in the city-states of ancient Greece, where different factions represented different social and economic interests. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, we find the genesis of modern political parties in Europe. The Whigs and Tories in England, for instance, were groups with distinct political ideologies, setting the stage for party-based politics. As we leap into the 18th century, across the Atlantic in the United States, the first true political parties were born. The Federalist Party and the Democratic Republican Party, led by key figures like Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson, respectively. This marked the beginning of a two-party system, reflecting different visions for the young nation. The birth of political parties marked a significant milestone in the evolution of democratic governance. Political parties, like living organisms, have continually evolved and adapted to the changing times. This evolution has been shaped by significant events and eras in America's history that have left indelible marks on the ideologies and structures of these parties. Take the Civil War, for instance. This bloody confrontation not only divided the nation geographically, but also politically. It led to the rise of the Republican Party, championing the abolition of slavery, and the transformation of the Democratic Party, largely representing Southern interests. Fast forward to the Great Depression, a time of economic hardship that tested the resilience of the American spirit. This period saw the Democratic Party under Franklin D. Roosevelt pivot towards a more progressive stance with the introduction of the New Deal. This shift in ideology was aimed at providing relief and recovery to a nation in dire straits. The civil rights movement of the 1960s, too, had a profound impact on the political landscape. It was a time of social upheaval and change that led to a major ideological shift. The Democratic Party, once the party of segregation, became the party of civil rights, while the Republican Party began to adopt more conservative views. These significant events have shaped the evolution of political parties, leading them to continually reassess and recalibrate their ideologies. It's a testament to their fluid nature, their ability to reflect societal changes, and their commitment to their constituents. Over time, political parties have proven their ability to adapt and reshape their ideologies based on societal needs and demands. Fast forward to the 21st century, the political landscape has become more complex and diverse. We see a United States where two major parties, the Democrats and Republicans, continue to hold sway. Though they differ in their ideologies, both parties share a common goal: to represent the American people and shape the nation's future. The Democrats, traditionally seen as left-leaning, champion social equality and environmental policies. On the other hand, the Republicans, often considered right-leaning, emphasize limited government and free market economics. But remember, these are broad strokes. Each party is a spectrum unto itself, housing a variety of viewpoints. In recent years, we've witnessed the rise of third parties and independent movements. From the Green Party's focus on ecological sustainability to the Libertarian Party's push for minimal government intervention, these groups add more voices to the political discourse. Today's political landscape paints a picture of a dynamic and ever-evolving system, rooted in the centuries-old tradition of party politics. So, why should understanding political parties matter to you? Well, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've explored. We delved into the birth of political parties, tracing their roots back to the founding of our nation. We saw how these parties evolved, shifting their ideologies over time due to various social, economic, and political factors. In our modern political landscape, these parties continue to play a pivotal role in shaping our society. They influence policies, guide public opinion, and serve as a platform for collective action. Knowing the history and ideologies of these parties helps us understand why certain decisions are made and why different perspectives exist. But this knowledge is not just a collection of historical facts. It's a vital tool for making informed decisions. It's about understanding the world around us and how we, as individuals, can influence it. Understanding political parties is not just about knowing historical facts. It's about empowering yourself to participate effectively in the democratic process.